Type 4 driver. JDBC 100% pure Java driver. 4 types of JDBC drivers. Okay. Can we connect Java application and database by using only type 1 driver? Can we connect? No. It requires ODBC driver. It requires ODBC driver. Can we connect Java application and database with only type 2 driver? Yes, it is possible. Can we connect Java application and database by using only type 4 driver? Yes, it is possible. But this one I didn't explain till. Okay. Total, how many ways are there to connect Java application and database? 2 ways. What are those? By using JDBC and ODBC drivers. Second one, by using only JDBC driver. If you are using JDBC, ODBC, that means which type JDBC required? Type 1 required. If you are using only JDBC, type 2 or type 4. Okay. You have seen type 1 driver, type 2 driver, these all completed. Advantage, disadvantage, functionality, architecture, and program. This one you have seen. This program you didn't see because it is outdated. Now today, type 3 driver, type 4 driver also will see. After completion of these 2 drivers, every day application part only. Okay. Next, write it. Type 3 driver. Type 3 driver. JDBC network protocol driver. Type 3 driver, JDBC network protocol driver. Type 3 driver, JDBC network protocol driver. It is also called as net pure Java driver or middleware driver. It's also called as net pure Java driver or middleware driver. It is also called as net pure Java driver or middleware driver. See, type 1 driver. Is it one driver or many drivers? One driver. That's what only one name is there. JDBC, ODBC, bridge driver. Type 2 drivers, one driver or many drivers? Many drivers. Different companies, different names are given. That's what JDBC native API driver, JDBC partial Java driver, JDBC partly Java, partly native driver. Different companies, different names are given. That's what these names are not important. Numbers are important. 1, 2, 3, 4 number important. Okay. Now, type 1 driver developed in which language? C language. Type 2 driver developed in which language? Java language as well as C and C++ mixed. Okay. Like native language and Java language. But type 3 driver pure Java. That is the reason they given pure Java driver. It is compulsory server required. That's what middleware software required. That's what middleware driver. Network protocols required. That's what network protocol required. That's what they given like that. So write it. Type 3 driver developed in Java language only. Type 3 driver developed in Java language only. Type 3 driver developed in Java language only. Say, if you want to use type 3 driver, compulsory one middleware software required, like Tomcat server, iPlanet server, WebLogic server, JBoss server, Wildfly server, Glassfish server. So many servers are there. So one server software we have to install. Then only we can see type 3. That's what this driver program, everything I'll cover in further sessions, not today. That is while teaching next topic I'll cover. So let's topic. At the time compulsory server required, will install. At the time I'll explain. Okay. At present only theory part I'll explain about type 3. Theory part. So write it. Type 3 driver architecture. Type 3 driver architecture. Type 3 driver architecture. Say it is like a local system. It is middleware system. It is database. Here Java application. This application contains application code, type 3 driver, jdbc network protocol driver, and here type 1 driver, type 2 driver, again other drivers also required. Type 2 driver, type 2 driver, type 4 driver. Write this architecture. Just turn off your videos, online students. This architecture note down. Type 3 driver architecture. As it is note down, it is theory part, programming later. So type 3 driver requires one more driver. either 1, 2 or 4. See, type 3 driver architecture, Java application and database in between middleware system required. It is nothing but one server software required. Okay. Type 1 driver architecture you have seen. Between Java application and database, what was there? Type 1 driver. ODBC tool, ODBC driver. Between Java application and database in type 2 driver architecture, what was there? What is it? Native libraries. C++ libraries required to understand. But here middleware system required. So on server software, we have to install server software. In that software, either 1, 2, 4, we have to select. 1 is already outdated. 2 is very few companies they are using, almost stopped to use. Definitely will go for type 4 only. And the type 3, it is just one concept. It will hand over the application instructions to type 4 driver. Then type 4 driver communicates with database. Like that type 3 works. Type 3 driver just one concept implemented. That concept, what it will do, it will hand over to middleware system. Type 4 driver again. So this application, whatever it is passing instruction, that instruction in which database it is going to be stored also, it doesn't know. Because it is not connected to database directly. It is connected to middleware system connected to database. So Java application doesn't know in which database data is going to be stored also, it doesn't know. Okay. That is type 3 driver. Now type 3 driver functionality, type 3 driver architecture, these all I'll explain. Write it. Type 3 driver functionality. It passes the Java instructions to middleware system. It passes the Java instructions to middleware system. It passes the Java instructions to middleware system. So just instruction just pass it to middleware system. Everything is middleware system is responsible. Java application, nothing. Just it will hand over the instruction to middleware system. Middleware system will take care. Next, type 3 driver advantages. Type 3 driver advantages. Type 3 driver advantages. Say, if you want to change the database, in Java application, no need to change anything. You have to change in middleware system only. Okay, that's what it is. It is platform independent, like Java database independent also. Pure Java platform independent. It is database independent. Any database can be connected. No need to change the Java program. Java calls are database independent from local system to middleware system. Java calls are database independent from local system to middleware system. Java calls are database independent from local system to middleware system. Java calls are database independent from local system to middleware system. Say Java application doesn't know which database connect also. For example, you are using Facebook, you are using Gmail, you are using your system like a client system, but your mails are going to be stored in somewhere in database. Which database stored? Do you know? Like that. Java application doesn't know. It will pass the instruction to server. That's it. But who is responsible? Server is responsible. Server nothing but middleware system. Okay. So that's what. If you want to change the database, you can change the database. No need to change single word also in Java program. If it is type 3 driver. Okay. Where we have to change middleware system, we have to change. Okay. Next, second one. It is a platform independent. It is a platform independent. Because developed in pure Java. It is developed in pure Java language. That's what platform independent. Next. Database client software and database not needed on local system. Database client software and database not needed on local system. Database can be any other system. Database client software also can be any other place. Only Java program you can write in local system. Remaining all anywhere you can store. Say type 3 driver disadvantages. Only one disadvantage, extra layer added in this architecture. That is middleware system. Extra layer added in this architecture. That is middleware system. Extra layer added in this architecture, that is middleware system. So what is the disadvantage is compulsory one software you have to install. There are so many servers, Tomcat server, WebLogic server, JBoss server, Wildfly server, Glassfish server, one server. One server software we must install. That is compulsory. This is the disadvantage of this one. Okay. So here advantages are more, disadvantages are less. But in previous two architectures you have seen advantage less, disadvantage more. Here reverse. That's what it is in use. It is not outdated, it is in use. Okay. But this program you will study after Solets. Okay. Next heading, type 4 driver. Type 4 driver, jdbc 100% pure Java driver. Type 4 driver, jdbc 100% pure Java driver. It is also called as native protocol driver. It is also called as jdbc native protocol driver. or JDBC thin driver. It is also called as JDBC native protocol driver or JDBC thin driver. It is also called as JDBC native protocol driver or JDBC thin driver. 100% pure Java driver. 100% pure Java. It is only Java. But native protocol, database understand protocol is there. Conversion is not required. Native, database understandable. What is thin? You will see in the architecture. Now, type 4 driver architecture. Type 4 drivers are developed in Java language only. Type 4 driver architecture. Type 4 driver architecture. Java application application code type 4 driver JDBC 100% pure Java driver. Online student, turn off your video. Say type 1 driver architecture diagram, type 2 driver architecture diagram, type 3 driver architecture diagram. 3 you have seen. This is fourth one. Type 1 driver architecture diagram between Java application and database. What was there? ODBC driver, ODBC tool. Between Java application and database, type 2 driver architecture, what was there? What is that? Native libraries. In type 3, middleware system. In type 4, nothing is there. That's what it is called thin driver. It is thin. Those are thick. This is thin. Okay. That is the reason only word thin they given. This is thin driver. Nothing is there in between. That's what thin driver. Okay. Now native protocol driver. Native protocol. Database understandable protocol service is there. So it directly communicates with database. Say type 1 driver you studied. It converts Java calls into ODBC calls. Type 2 driver convert Java calls into native calls. Type 3 driver just it will pass the instruction to middleware system, but it will pass the instruction to database directly. Conversion is not required. That's what native protocol. Database understandable service is there. Database understandable service. Conversion is not required. Okay. And developed in pure Java. That's what it is, platform independent also. Okay. Now write it. Type 4 driver functionality. It passes the Java instructions directly to a database. It passes the Java instructions directly to a database. It passes the Java instructions directly to a database. Type 4 driver advantages. It is the highest performance driver. As compared to all other drivers. It is a highest performance driver as compared to all other drivers. It is the highest performance driver as compared to all other drivers. Say, it is direct communication. That's what, very fast. Highest performance. Database not needed on local system. Not needed on same system. So database can be any other system also. It is a platform independent because developed in Java only. Type 4 driver disadvantages. Separate driver needed for every database. So this is the main disadvantage. If you want to change the database, you have to change the driver because separate drivers are there. Every database separate driver. Separate driver needed for every database. See, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4. Type 1 outdated. Type 2 stopped to use. Very few companies they are using. Type 3, type 4 in use. But when we have to use type 3, when we have to use type 4, I'll explain after learning type 4. Okay, type 4 program. See, separate driver for needed for every database. Write it. Type 4 driver class name for Oracle database. Type 4 driver class name for Oracle database. Oracle.jdbc.driver.oracle driver. But type 2 driver class name also same is there, no? Type 4 driver also, type 2 driver same is there. How? I'll explain. How to differentiate which is type 2, which is type 4, I'll explain. But name is same. URL. Uniform Resource Locator. jdbc colon oracle colon thin colon at domain name colon port number colon service ID. URL, Uniform Resource Locator. jdbc colon oracle colon thin colon at domain name colon port number colon service ID. Here protocol, subprotocol, logical name, it is a protocol, it is sub protocol like a HTTP, FTP, telnet protocols of that type. It is logical name. Say type 2 driver class name, type 4 driver class name, same is there. But how it can recognize type 2 or type 4? With this URL. URL is different, no? So in URL, this is logical name, thin. Actually, in this program, internally, what they given is like this they given. If OCA 8 is there, here they written some code. OCA 8 is there, they written some code. Else, they written some other code. Now, in the URL OCA 8 appears, this part executed. In the URL thin appears, this code executed. So this is type 2 driver, this is type 4 driver implementation, but class name is same. So like that one if condition written, if logical name is thin, this is executed. If logical name is OCA 8, this is executed. So it is type 2 driver implementation, it is type 4 driver implementation. In these two parts, one part only executed. If you write URL like this, this part executed. If you write jdbc colon oracle colon OCA 8 colon service ID, then this part executed. That's what this is called logical name. If thin is there, type 4 works. If OCA 8 is there, type 2 works. But you are going to load same program, same class. Okay. But domain name, what is domain name here? What is domain name is, suppose database installed in other computer. Suppose 5 computers are there. Suppose 5 computers are connected together as a one network. Five computers are connected together. Suppose it is system 1, it is system 2, it is system 3, it is system 4, it is system 5. These computer names are suppose system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That may be different names they'll write. Whoever will make a network, administrator, system admin, they'll write. Suppose in our institute, maybe N91, N92, N93, like that, Naresh 81, Naresh 82 may be there. Or system 1, system 2, system 3, like that also may be there. Suppose database installed in this computer, you are working in this computer. This Java program, if you want to connect to this computer, your domain name, this computer name you have to write. Otherwise, it is connected to this computer database. If you want to connect to other system database, that computer name you have to write here. Then it is connected to that computer. You are working in system 1, you are working in system 4, but database installed in this computer. This Java program I want to connect to this database. Possible. This computer name you are to write here. Then this Java program connected to this system database. So system 4 Java application connected to system 1 database. It is possible. Port number. You studied in core Java, network programming, identification of service. In a year, hundreds of services running. For that, one number will be there. The number, how to check, I'll show you. Service ID, how to check, already given. How to check service ID? Select star from global underscore name. Whatever it comes, that is. Port number, how to check? Write it. Open tnsnames.org file. From the following location to view port number. Open tnsnames.org file from the following location to view port number. Open tnsnames.org file from the following location to view port number. Open tnsnames.org file from the following location to view port number. Open tnsnames.org file from the following location to view port number. See, this PC, C drive, Oracle XE, app, Oracle product 11.2.0, server, network, admin, tnsnames.org. Here you observe port equal to what is there? 1521. This is port number of this service. This number we have to use. This number we have to use. Now location is this location. Now this location note on. C drive, Oracle XE, app, Oracle product 11.2.0, server, network, admin. If your database is Oracle 18, 19, 21, the location little bit different, but last three folder names are same. Server, network, admin. This location may be different in your system. You have to check it out. Where is installed Oracle? Find out first. If you are facing any problem means you can bring the laptop, I'll show you. Otherwise, in a 5th floor, lab is there. Lab faculties also will help you. Okay. Online students, your screenshots you can mail to my mail ID. I'll give a reply. Offline students, you can contact lab faculties also. Or you can bring the laptop, I'll show you. C drive, Oracle XE, app, Oracle product 11.2.0, server, network, admin. Last three folder names will be same. This location may be different in your system. You check it out. Where Oracle installed. Oracle 11G if you install, same. If you install other versions, 13, 15, 16, like up to 21 is there. Okay. For getting port number, this is. To get service ID, use the following SQL query. Select a star from student, global underscore info. If the database installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. Suppose database installed in same computer, then use localhost. Localhost, that means same computer. If the database installed in another computer, then use domain name, computer name as a domain name. In which computer database installed, that computer name you have to write. This is only one time setup. Later, every day same style. Very first time only, that's it. This all. If the database installed on same computer, then use localhost as a domain name. Otherwise, use computer name as a domain name. Is it over? So here it is fixed JDBC. It is fixed Oracle. It is fixed thin. Here, suppose only one computer you are using. Suppose here myself only one computer I am using. Then domain name we have to write localhost. The database installed other computer, you are using this computer means that computer name here you have to write. Okay. Here port number just now you have seen in this location 1521 is there. That is service ID. This query will write whatever it comes, that is service ID. In my system already you have seen XC is there, service ID. That is all right. Now type 4 driver program we'll see. Now I'll open edit plus. I'll teach Eclipse also. After this, next Eclipse only. Everyday Eclipse only I'll teach. Edit plus I'll open present. Core Java without Eclipse, advanced Java with Eclipse you have to learn. Now, file open. Suppose connection demo.java. I'll remove these all. Now, I'll ask questions, give me answers. With your answers, I'll write the program. Okay. Without class, can we develop application? So that's what class name, open brace, close brace. Without main method, can we execute program under operating system? That's what main method, open brace, close brace. Now, first of all, we have to load the JDBC driver. For loading a JDBC driver, what is the method name? Which method? For name. For name method in which class? Class. Is it instance method or class method? Class method. How to call? Class name dot method name. So class dot for name. What is the return type of that method? Class. Then what we have to write? Class C equal to class dot for name. Here. How many parameters? One parameter. Which type? String type. That's what double quotes. Driver class name. What is the driver class name? Oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot Oracle driver. Will it throw exception? Yes. Which exception? Class not found exception. Is it checked exception or unchecked exception? Is it mandatory to handle? Yes. If you don't handle, what will happen? Compile time error occurs. How to handle? Try and catch blocks. Try. After this, catch. Instead of class not found exception, can I write exception? Yes. It will handle all the exceptions. Here, system.err.println e. Now, class. This class in which package? Java.lang package. Is it required to import? Why? It is a default package implicitly imported. After that, establishing a connection. For establishing connection, what is the method name? Get connection. Get connection method in which class? Which class? Driver manager class. Is it instance method or class method? Class method. How to call? Class name dot method name. Driver manager dot get connection. What is the return type of that method? Connection. What we have to write? Connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. How many parameters? Which type? String type. What is the first string? URL. What is the type for driver URL? jdbc colon oracle colon thin colon at domain name. Database installed in this computer only. Then what you have to write? Localhost. In my system port number, what is there? You have seen 1521. In my system service ID, what is there? You have seen XC. Now username, next system, password, manager. While installing whatever you given, that is okay. With this connection established. Connection interface and driver manager class in which package? Java.sql. Is it required to import? Yes. What you are write? Star. What is the meaning of star? All classes and all interfaces imported. Now one message. System.out.println. Connection established successfully. Okay. File save. Further, this connection required to perform the task, but this C not required. That is the reason even you can omit this one. Nothing will happen. If you remove that also, nothing will happen. Now present, if you remove this one also, nothing will happen. But further required. With this connection only will perform the task. That is the reason that is required. Now, file save. I'll open command prompt. I'll compile the program. Java C demo.java. Sorry. Class name what again? Connection demo. Java C connection demo.java. Program successfully compiled. Java connection demo. We are getting exception. Class not found exception. So this driver class not available here. It is search only in C. In a root folder only it will search. But that is available in jar file. The jar file available in Oracle software. Up to that you need to set the class path. So this PC, C drive, Oracle XC, app, Oracle, product, 11.2.0, server, jdbc, lib. This is, this location I'll copy here. Set class path equal to percentile class path percentile in double quotes dot semicolon. What is the meaning of this one? Append mode. Existed class path, this class path is appended. If you don't write this one, it will overwrite. Now, after this, you can paste. After this, OJDBC 6_g.jar. After this, Java connection demo. See, connection established successfully. But after setting class path also, suppose if you are getting this error. After setting class path also, still you are getting that error. That meaning you return some mistakes in the class path. That's it. After setting also you are getting same error means that is your mistake only. Now, but this is every day if we set like this, time waste no. Permanent class path is there. That is I'll show you. First of all, you write the program. Program to establish a connection between Java application and Oracle database by using type 4 driver. Program to establish a connection between Java application and Oracle database by using type 4 driver. Write that. See, Google Classroom link not working for me. That's what I didn't post. I'll give another link. That link is not working for me. I'm unable to post. One more link I'll give. One more link they'll create. I'll give. I informed them. They'll create another link. Another link they'll give. After that, that link I'll post. I'll give. That whatever I given previous link, it is not working for my mail ID. That's what they'll create another link. But running notes also write it. I'll post in a Google Classroom also, but running notes also write it. All students, online students also write. Program to establish a connection between Java application and Oracle database by using type 4 driver. Online students, I'll clarify your doubts end of the session. What you are doing, online students, listen with class with concentration. Is it over? Now it is type 4 driver program or type 2 driver program? Type 4. But how to understand, how to identify which is type 2, which type 4? This URL. Only URL different. Okay. URL, this one, if you write type 4, if you write OCA 8XC, that is type 2. Okay. Now, any Java application, any database, if you want to connect, here driver different, URL different, user different, password different. But Java programming libraries, that is same. Driver, URL, user, password. If we change, database, any database, Java program is same. Okay. Now, type 4 driver, type 3 driver, when we have to use type 4, when we have to use type 3, we'll see. Is it over? Write note. If the application requires more than one database, then use type 3 driver. Otherwise, use type 4 driver. The application requires more than one database, then use type 3 driver. Otherwise, use type 4 driver. If the application requires more than one database, then use type 4 driver, type 3 driver, otherwise type 4 driver. Why? I'll explain. What I given see, if the application requires more than one database, then use type 3 driver. Otherwise, type 4 driver. But type 1 driver outdated. That driver software is removed from Java JDK, Java Development Kit. That is not possible to connect also now. Type 2 driver stop to use. So don't use type 1, don't use type 2. Type 3, type 4 only you have to use. When we have to use type 3, when we have to use type 4. If the application requires more than one database, type 3. Only one database, type 4. Why? I'll explain. But first of all, when application requires more than one database, now that situation I'll show you. Suppose, for example, your bank account is in ICICI. You have a bank account in ICICI Bank. Your friend account is in HDFC Bank. Is it possible to transfer money? ICICI Bank to HDFC? Possible, no? Any bank to any bank possible. Now, ICICI Bank people, HDFC Bank people, are they using same database? No. ICICI database different. HDFC database different. So, two databases. One is ICICI Bank database. Okay. One more HDFC Bank database. Now two databases. Now you want to transfer fund from one account to another account. Then what I said, if the application requires more than one database, here two databases are required, then use type 3 driver. Type 3 driver nothing but one middleware system, one Java application. This Java application will connect to middleware system. Middleware system will connect to two databases. Okay. Let us type 3. Suppose instead of type 3, if you use type 4, then what will happen? Like this comes. Suppose Java application. Java application only you have to connect to two databases. Java application only you have to connect to two databases. If it is type 4. Now, it is type 3, it is type 4. Now, suppose transfer fund is called one transaction. Transfer fund is a one transaction, but the transaction contains two operations. One is withdraw, one is deposit. So money should be deducted from your account. Money should be deposited to your friend account. So from this database, money deducted from your account. Again, money deposited to your friend account. Here, one operation is called withdraw. One operation is called deposit. If both are completed, fund transfer completed. Suppose one operation success, this operation failed. Money deducted from your account. One message you got it, money debited, but not credited to your friend. You called to your friend, but he didn't get money. Then who is responsible here? Middleware system is responsible to complete the transaction. Then what it has to do? One operation success, one operation failed means at last that transaction is failed. One success, one fail. At last it is called fail only. All operations should succeed or as a fail, as a unit. Otherwise fail only. One is fail, fail only. It is success, it is failed. At last it is called failed only. Then what we have to do is here, we have to cancel this transaction. Then again money will get it back. Money again credited to your account only. See, that is happening, no? Sometimes it shows deducted, but within a fraction of second again credited to your account only. Like that, you will get it reverse. That it depends upon application, depends upon programming implementation. Some banks within a fraction of second will get it back. Some more banks after 2 hours comes. Some more banks half day it will take. Some more banks until you give a complaint it will not come. It is happening. Okay, different banks, different types are there. That is depends upon your program. Okay, now, but here who is responsible? Java program responsible. That means you are responsible. But here it is predefined software. It application is, this software is middleware system, predefined software. That's what, instead of depending on our Java program, depending on predefined server is better. This type of transactions. Then go for type 3 driver. If this type concept is there, then this software is responsible. That is already predefined. That program already checked, tested, so many operations already did. That's what, that is responsible. That is very easy to trace, but here difficult to trace. This is your code. That is the reason, if this type of applications are there, we have to go for type 3. This type of application, one database is there, type 4. Like that, we have to select. Okay. If the application requires more than one database, then use type 3 driver. Otherwise, use type 4 driver. Okay. Now, all drivers, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, you have seen. This is outdated. It is not possible to write program also now. Okay. This is stopped to use. And that too, all database are not having type 2 drivers. 3 and 4 only we have to use. In your application, 2 databases or 3 databases required, use this one. Only one database required, it is better. Middleware system also no need to install. Like this. Okay. But up to here, this is theoretical part. Now application. Now, if you want to perform task, say Java program connected to database, Oracle database. Once if a connection is established, you can create a table, you can insert record, you can modify record, you can update record, you can delete record, you can retrieve data, whatever you want, you can do it. But whatever you studied in Oracle class, that type only. But what is the difference is, that is SQL prompt you are writing. But here in Java program we are writing. That SQL queries we are writing in Java program. Okay, SQL, PLSQL. That is we are going to write in Java. But later we'll add in Soulets. Then Java program can be anywhere in the world. Database can be any corner in the world. You can access. That type of application purpose, this knowledge is required. Okay. But type 5 driver also already came, but that is not officially released. That is the reason I'm not teaching type 5. Now, no one is asking in interview also. Type 5 also is there, but not included in JDBC specification. That is the reason no need to learn. Now, yeah, I given already JDBC API. JDBC API given. In this API, two packages are given. Java.sql, one more javax.sql. This java.sql, 10 classes, 5 classes, 10 interfaces are given. Those interfaces, no need to implement. Those all already implemented in driver software. That's what drivers compulsory. Write that point. All JDBC interfaces are implemented in driver software. All JDBC interfaces are implemented in driver software. All JDBC interfaces are implemented in driver software. So no need to implement BIOS. Already implemented. Now, how to perform the task after getting a connection? I'll show you. So here all interfaces only appears, but those interfaces contains only abstract methods. But those methods no need to implement. It is already implemented in driver software. That is the reason first you have to load the driver. Once if it is loaded, all interfaces implementation comes in your program. Then you can access directly. Now, up to here connection. After establishing connection, with this connection, we can perform the task. Now, how to perform the task, we'll see. Before going to the task, this permanent class path, how to set. This path I given, no? This is I given. This is temporarily. Once if I close this window, that is vanished. Again you have to set. But how to set permanently? Write it. Permanent class path setting. Permanent class path setting. Click on File Explorer. Right click on this PC. Click on File Explorer. Right click on this PC. Click on Properties. Click on File Explorer. Right click on this PC. Click on Properties. See, it is File Explorer. It is File Explorer. See, it is a File Explorer. Now, click on File Explorer. Here, this PC. On this, right click. Here, Properties. Okay. Here, click on Advanced System Settings. Click on Advanced tab. Click on environment variables. Write it. Click on advanced system settings. Click on advanced tab. Click on environment variables button. Click on advanced system settings. Click on advanced tab. Click on environment variables button. Click on advanced system settings. Click on advanced tab. Click on environment variables button. Over. See here, environment variables button. Click on environment variables button. Here, user variables, system variables. I'll explain what's the difference. Under user variables, if class path already is there, you have to click on edit button. If not there, you have to click on new button. Now, if the class path variable already present, under user variables, then select the class path and click on edit button. Click on edit button. If the class path variable already present under user variables, then select the class path and click on edit button. If the class path variable already present under user variables, then select the class path and click on edit button. First, listen the class, end of the session and clarify your doubts. Listen the class first. Now see, if the class path variable already present, then under user variables, then select the class path and click on edit button. See here, user variables class path is there. You have to click on edit button. After clicking here, new. Here you have to paste jdbc 6_g.jar. Like this you have to write. Okay. Now click on new button and type this one. Click on new button and type the following. Click on OK button. If the class path variable does not exist under user variables, then click on new button. Type variable name path and type variable value. Click on OK button. I'll show you. Note down. See, up to today class, you have seen theory part more, programming part less. But tomorrow not, programming part is more. Okay, theory part less. This I'll show you. Once again, I'll show you. Listen. First, is it completed? So if the class path variable already present under user variables, then select the class path and click on edit button, click on new button and type the following. Click on OK button. If the class path variable does not exist, then click on new button, type user variable name path, type variable value, and this one. After that, click on OK button. Now I'll show you. Is it over? Say first file explorer. Say file explorer. Right click on this PC, click on properties, click on advanced system settings, click on advanced tab, click on environment variable button, class path already present, class path, edit, here new. Then up to here you can type jdbc 6 underscore g dot jar. Okay, after this, okay. Suppose class path variable not there, you have to click new. Here variable name, variable name, what I given, path I given, class path. Here just a variable name, class path. Variable name, class path. Say variable name, here you can write class path. Then you can write this one, ojdbc 6 underscore g dot jar. Then okay. But when we have to use like this, if the class path variable is not there, but if class path variable is there, if you write like this, what will happen is it will overrides. It will override. That's what don't use. Now, what's the difference here and here? See, here also possible, here also possible. Okay. Here, this is administrator user only. This is for all users. Suppose in my system, you observe administrator, but here one more user also is there. Admin, one administrator. System variables are for both. Like here, what is happened? See, I logged in with administrator user. That's what user variables for administrator. If I log in with admin, user variables for admin. But here system variable common to all users. But why I said user variables? Here system variables, Windows operating system paths also will be there. By mistake, if any path is deleted, next time Windows also may or may not work. That is the reason better to go for user variable. There, if all deleted also nothing will happen. But here, if it is Windows related path is missed, next time Windows also may or may not work properly. That is the reason better to go for user variables. Okay. But generally, when we'll create 2 users, 3 users, suppose your laptop, You are using your laptop, your family members also using laptop, but you are learning Java, but they are not learning Java. Okay, you are learning Java, they are using your laptop for entertainment purpose, but you are learning also. Then here, then what you will do, you will create two users, one user for you, one user for other family members. But otherwise what will happen, they may change your settings, then you will face a problem, because they don't know what is Java, what is all. They may while doing other operation, settings may be changed. That is the reason you create one user for other family members, you for you one more user, then your settings will be protected, nothing will happen, because they cannot see your settings, they cannot see, they cannot modify your settings, you can protect. That's what. If more than one user is there, user variables, these user variables are only for that particular user, but system variables are for all users. But if you are familiar with operating system, whatever you want you can do. If you are not familiar, better to go for this one. By mistake here, suppose this is deleted, next time command prompt also will not work, because cmd file also here. This type some which are related to Windows operating system, that is there. So this is for all users, all users Windows required, that is the reason Windows. For your user Java required, for your user Java set, like that. Okay, that point note down. Note, user variables are specific to user, whereas system variables are common to all users. User variables are specific to user, whereas system variables are common to all users. User variables are specific to user, whereas system variables are common to all users. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see continuation. Tomorrow onwards, application part.